Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
Let's get to it then. Yo, what up? Y'all know who it is. The Unapologetic Podcast boys. Dre and Reg, we back. Another week. Bringing some new topics. Coming to talk a little shit for about an hour or so, if that. And y'all know how we do. It don't matter. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all know the fuck we do. But what up with you, my man?
Shit, slow motion, dog. You already know. Different toilet for me, same shit. Not doing too much, really, man. Just working, making sure that I get this time in, this QT in with the kiddos. Time for them to go back. The scholar goes back next week. You know, she got to start at the 5th grade. And yeah. So, you know, her last little stint, she's seeing her school this year. So it's gonna be the big dog on campus.
I hear that. Yeah. You know, one of our listeners, they I forgot, they asked me this like a week or two ago, I think, and it was like it was in reference to one of the other podcasts. They said, I need you to ask Dre, how did it go with him limiting their social media and like tablet and phone time throughout the summer? Because you said that, because they said I was unsuccessful doing that shit. I want to know how it went, and if it went good, I need him to tell me his like whatever methods or tricks he used.
It did not go well. So whomever it was, shit, tell them. I mean, they had to get some type of pluses out of their stint or their experiments. So whomever it is, tell them to get with me, man. We can put this shit together. And we can come up with a motherfucking mashup and stomp these kids once and for all, man.
Show their asses something new. I got something for you next summer.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I was unsuccessful, dog. That tablet.
Did you get to the point where you just tapped out? You was like, fuck it. Like they look, have your tablets over there, your phone, like whatever you need. Like,
yeah, like get them. Yeah. But that's only, but like we did some things. You know, my mom does a good job of it, man, because my mom is really the arts and crafts type. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So she is like, you know, it's cool for grandma to do all those things. You know what I'm saying? And like they'll do certain things with me, but not like they will with her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
okay,
for whatever reason, man. You know, Adonis wants to be tough guy around me. I mean, I get it, but I don't give that off to him on purpose. So I don't know.
Gotcha.
Well, other than that, dog, same old shit, man. Just working, man. Working and trying to stack it, trying to get my crib together. You know, things like that, bro. What's up with you?
Same. Like nothing changed for me. As you can see, once again, I'm not in the studio at the house, but you know, and I got little makeshift shit on my mic, so I don't give them this bad. Well, I was at home last week. I ain't trying to get no bad product this week. So can you hear the echo? Is it an echo?
No echo, bro. All
right, great. So I put a washcloth over the mic and shit, so I can.
I was told today that I need to bite down and get my mic set up. Say my vocals are trash. Okay.
Oh God! Shots fired.
Facts.
Damn it.
Facts.
Listen, if you need one, I got 3 at the house, but
Bro, I got 2 here.
Oh yeah, yeah. It ain't enough for a mic. You got to clap. But so being that I'm not home today, I'm not home. I got a call from one of my, a text message from a neighbor. He said another neighbor contacted him and was telling him, you know, because they know me and him are cool, and they told him like, hey, my sprinkler system been running since early this morning. I only use my sprinkler system. You know, I turn it off and I turn it on manually when I want to water the grass, just so it don't be on the timer. You know what I'm saying? That should have come on and stay on for like each zone and stay on for 20 minutes and shit.
I hate it.
Yeah, I hate that shit. And that should run your fucking water bill up. So I'm like, I don't know why that shit on, but needless to say, I went and had somebody go check the shit out. And the system was off, but for some reason it was running. So something happened. I don't know whether they said the fire department was doing something to the what the fuck they said, because I don't want to they said the fire department was flushing the hydrants today. So I don't know what that entails, but you know, obviously I don't know if that has something to do with it, but something happened to where water pressure or something forced my system to run. Yeah, and it couldn't stop. So they had so I had to get a maintenance man to go over there and shut the main valve off to the through the sprinkler system. But I mean, so outside of that, everything is good. I'm just dreading to see this fucking water bill. Whenever that shit come, and then the sprinkler system sooner or later is gonna have to be fixed. So I mean, but whatever, dog. Such is life. I mean, you're gonna get
worse.
Times, and you're gonna get.
You could have got a call saying the neighbor said that somebody kicked your damn back door in. So,
right, you're right about that. You're right about that. Listen, you're right about that. But I mean, yeah. So not too much complaints. But I mean, outside of that, man, I'm cooling, man. I'm having a good time. I do want to give a happy belated birthday to hip hop because we did not do that last week. Hip hop turned 50 last Thursday. And like me, I know it's done the same for you. It's molded you in a lot of ways. Yeah. I can honestly say that there probably hasn't been one thing in general that has played a part in my life like hip hop has, far as in molding, teaching, and everything. I mean, you know, because even after, you know, we left our parents' house, hip hop was still teaching us. We still listening. We still, I mean, it's been there, you know, numerous lessons.
Okay.
So, you know, I owe a lot to hip hop in general. I owe a lot. So yeah, definitely happy belated 50th.
Yes, sir. The state of it. What do you feel about the state of hip hop? Short, because that could be our entire.
Yeah, it can be.
But in short.
I'm not mad because I realize it has to evolve. So, you know, from what we grew up listening to, our parents was like, you know. So
there you go.
I like a lot of the music these days too. There's a lot I don't like. There's a lot I do like. I'm not. I have a lot of friends that stuck in their ways, and it's like I can't fuck with none of this new shit. I'm like, well, you don't like music too much if you can't. Like, if you can't find somebody that you don't like, rapping right now is the problem. I'll say the problem is you.
I'll agree with you.
I mean, even listen, and I know you said it short. Even Sexy Red and fucking Sukihana, like, they gonna force these motherfuckers to grow on us sooner or later. These motherfuckers is everywhere. And do I like them? Do I listen to them? No, but I mean, you might be in the club nodding your head too, you know, something. I mean, hell,
bro. Yeah.
Free wasn't for me, but you know, when the shit came on in the club, you know, I had a little head bob.
Yeah, it was the fuck me the free shit. I can't fuck with it, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I like that Tomorrow shit. I like that shit. Mm-hmm. But I heard whoever gave her that beat, and the way she put down, we talking about Glorilla, by the way. Mm-hmm. Whoever gave her that beat and the way she put that shit together, I fuck with that Tomorrow shit.
Yeah. But yeah. In short, man, I say like everything is evolving, evolution. There was one thing I was like, man, it's gonna be sad to me because we already got away from it. When you hear the break beats, like producers like Primo, like what I'm saying, like when you hear like music put together like that, to where it's mixing, scratching, taking snippets of other artists, to where you're using those as not the ad libs, but like the hooks.
The hooks, yeah.
Yeah, like, man, like that's lost art. Those times are getting away from us. But I mean, hey, shit has got to evolve and change. But
that's probably one of the things. That's the biggest thing for me that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like to scratching, to me, when I first heard, DJ scratching, and honestly, I mean, I heard it all over, but when I heard how, guys like Just Blaze put that shit together, man. We talked about it. I remember a couple years ago, you asked me one of my favorite beats, and I told you it was Beanie Siegel's "Get Down."
Okay, yeah.
And the way that shit is, to me, bro, that shit sounds like I can hear that. You could put that shit on today,
yeah,
and I'll be like, y'all hear this nigga? Do y'all hear what this nigga is doing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. And that's why like the songs with them soul samples, really, like I could it gets to the point to where I can zone, I can like kind of drown out the lyrics or whoever, if I don't like what they listen to, and that soul sample or whatever's in the background, a slow singing or humming or whatever else, I'm like that. Like the Reason song I sent you, the whatever it was, like that sample was just crazy to me. The Jack Harlow shit that just came out a little while ago was soul sample heavy, and that sounded great. Like,
yeah,
we definitely missed that. And as you said, like scratching, I remember when that DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince shit came out. Who's the rapper? He's the rapper, I'm the DJ, and they had this one when Jazzy Jeff was doing the Transformer scratch. That shit was just so crazy to me. Just listening to it. But yeah, man, those times, and just like when you go to concerts and live DJs and they scratching and mixing, like, oh my God. But whatever, man. We gonna sound like old niggas in a minute.
That's why I said in short. I was about to get away from it, man. That's why I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, we gonna sound like old niggas. But y'all know what time it is. Let's get to it, man. And this is gonna be short, it's sweet. So Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, Zach Martin.
Okay.
Signed deals. Of course, Dalvin Cook and Zeke found new homes and with the Jets and with the Patriots. Zach Martin, he basically got a bigger deal.
Zach Martin
for the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, okay. Zach Martin. Okay. I don't even know. Wait, who is Zach Martin? Oh, the big boy. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
He's just holding out for more money. That's all that happened.
Yeah. Well, I think, this is with Cook, with Dalvin Cook. I mean, dog, who did not know that he was going to sign with the Jets?
Right.
Like the worst kept secret, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been brewing for weeks. So I'm not surprised, but I mean, good for him. He found a home. They are stacking the fucking card deck up there in New York.
Are they?
Yeah, stack the fucking deck. But hey, when you got a guy like A-Rod, man, under center, dog, you have to.
Right.
You have to. He was so generous as to give some of the money back so that they could stack the deck. Right. So good for him. Zeke going to New England. That was surprising to me.
Okay.
But it's intriguing.
Very.
It's intriguing. And I think based on what the Patriots do, and who they are and who they try to be, who Bill Belichick is, I think the type of running back Zeke is, I think he will benefit from this move.
That's what I was thinking too.
It's a good pickup for them. And, the only thing about it, I mean, he can get short yardage and shit like that. But if you look in the past, a lot of their running backs are home run hitters.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with the offensive line, like what they have, I think he may just be okay. I think he may be okay.
And they're between the tackle. They're between the tackle running team.
North South.
Yeah.
Attack. Yeah. So.
And you don't look for that Zadazi. You don't look for him to cut back and do it. You look for him to hit that hole and hit it hard.
Yeah, well, I've been seeing him training. I know he didn't have no pass on, and it's a lot different when a nigga trying to tattoo your ass. But he looked damn good, man. He cut down weight. You know, he's way more nimble than what he's been in the past couple of years from what I've seen. So I'm rooting for Zeke, man. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have that star on his back anymore, so I can root for him now.
Right. True indeed. True indeed. So James Harden said he will never play for a team that Daryl Morey is a part of. I didn't think this was news because I thought that was the sentiment or the case the whole time.
Right. You know what? This is a prime example of NBA diva being an NBA diva. You know what I mean? A prima donna. I ain't gonna call him a diva. I'll call him a prima donna. He's trying to force his way out.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do whatever it is that he needs to do to force himself out. You force his way out of Philly. Right. He's going to do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? So the reports that have come out and the things that he said, I'm not surprised.
At all. And as far as some of the reports, if true, this is why you don't give the home. I mean, you don't take that hometown or give that hometown cooking. You don't take that hometown friendly deal. Okay, if he left some money off the table last year to accomplish whatever they need to do, and there was a under the table deal or handshake that said, "Hey, we're gonna take care of you next year." That's on James Harden. But this is the prime example. If that's what happens, this is the prime example why you don't do that. Because, you know, if him and Daryl Morey had an agreement, then Daryl Morey should honor it. Do we have to? No. Is that the way sports are ran? It happens far more often than what we think. But he don't have to. He don't have to. And this is the reason why you don't give the hometown cooking.
Right. You know, you definitely don't take the man. Get your money, dog. If it's about bread, get your bread.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Right. So, you know, I think he should have thought about that before he opted into that deal. Because he opted into it at the last 10 minutes before the deal, before the deadline hit.
Yep.
And when it came out, it said, "Oh, he's opting in and hopes to be traded." Well, they don't have to trade you.
Nope.
So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, news is he's planning to make things a lot uncomfortable, very uncomfortable if they don't. So we'll see. But on to other news real quick.
Okay.
Not much has came out about this. But there's a baseball player called Wander Franco, plays for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. He has been out of the lineup for about I want to say 4 or 5 days now. Okay. Things are being investigated because news came out that allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because we don't know how true this is yet. Allegedly, he was dating a 14-year-old, and now she is exposing him after he didn't send her hush money.
Wow.
22-year-old MLB player dating a 14-year-old girl. Yeah. Yeah. And all this is allegedly. But it was on ESPN about 2 days ago. They said there was an investigation being launched for some things that was posted on social media. They have pictures of him and this girl hugged up, him kissing her cheek, everything. No, yeah. Yeah.
Buddy ass is grass.
Yeah. If the allegations are true. And he should get what he deserves in this case. Hopefully, because as we know, money runs a lot of things. So if the reason why this news came out because he did not pay money, hopefully there ain't no he go back and give more money to quiet the shit up.
Well, he's going to do that.
Shit happens.
He coming out that pocket.
This motherfucker didn't get what he deserved.
He coming out that pocket. You fucking right. If this shit is true, burn his ass.
I'm with you.
Burn his ass. That's all I'm gonna say. If it's true, burn his ass. Fuck the money, burn his ass.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking sicko, burn his ass.
An eighth grader.
The fuck out of here, man. Disgusting.
Very, very. Yeah. I wanted to put that out there. And we you know what? We can talk about Michael Oher now because I pushed that down a little bit, but sports, we can talk about Michael Oher.
Okay. So for those who don't know, Michael Oher, offensive lineman, retired now out of the NFL. Most people know him from his story being told in the movie Blindside, with Sandra Bullock, and she got her with an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Got her Oscar. So what's happening is that Michael is saying that he thought that he was adopted by the family out in Memphis, the family that helped him out supposedly and helped him get a scholarship. According to the movie, the movie shows that they helped him out. They took him in. They gave him some sort of direction. Got him over to Ole Miss and helped him out do that. For him to go on and do what he did at Ole Miss. Eventually getting drafted to the NFL. Now, what has come out is that he did not get adopted because when paperwork was filed, he was 18, so he could not be adopted. I forget the name of the contract, but basically the contract is saying that family has rights to him and whatever it is that he does.
Yeah.
So Mike is saying, fuck that. He wants to get that shit terminated, and two, he wants some money because later he found out that each family member that was depicted in this movie, just for example, got like $250,000 for the movie. They still, this movie grossed $300 million.
Right.
They still got, they still got a piece of the movie in the sales. Michael Oher got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So he's in a damn 360 deal? That's what they're calling it?
Something like that. I mean, he didn't get anything.
Right.
Right. It's a conservationship. That's what I was looking up. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
He's the same thing that Britney Spears got going on. A conservationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's conservatorship. Excuse me, conservatorship. And basically what that is you can't move, you can't do anything without the approval of whoever is head over this contract.
Right.
So, he's asking for big money back. And he basically, Big Mike is saying that these people gypped him.
And they did.
Oh yeah, they did. They did. In my opinion. However, one might also say, why now? We're talking about 15 years later.
Right. You're absolutely right. Why now? That's a good question.
Why now?
And it's no mistaking what this movie did. But so when did he find out about this contract?
That I'm not sure.
Is a good question. If he just found out about it, then that would answer, the why now question. So that's a good question. But I just looked it up. The Blindside is by far Sandra Bullock's. Like that gave her the biggest awards that she's earned throughout her career. And he put it out there like it don't have nothing to do with her. It's the family.
Yeah, it's the family, and it's the family, and it's not strictly about this movie.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But let's be clear.
He's saying the movie is a lie.
He said the movie. He said it was some truth in the movie, but You know, the bottom line of the movie depicts him being like this slow guy that they just found, and it's just like, all right, you know, like a 6-year-old introducing the fucking football and shit like that, and you know, like when we're talking about the movie, like, you know, Michael Orr says that's bullshit.
Right.
But again, like I said before, it's not strictly about the movie. But be clear, these people are eating. They were already well off, but these people ate off of this movie. Yeah. They are eating off this movie to this day.
Yeah. He said that was one of his biggest problems about the movie, is that it made him look like he was dumb.
Yeah. Right. I mean, he's asking for $15 million up front. I think he's asking for $2 or $3 million from each family member. Like, this is big money, bro.
It is.
This is big money. More than anything, you know, this is a prime example of like, in a sense, all we have to go off of as a consumer is the movie. You know, it's filthy, man. Filthy. It's filthy. I don't know, bro. Hopefully, he gets what is owed to him. Period, point blank. These people been making money off of this guy. You know,
it's sad that it came down to that you know, that it actually happened.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully he gets what you know, what he's looking for. He gets some.
So when you hear this, are you surprised?
No. You know, I'm not. I'm not gonna go there because I mean I would sound like I'm going into a race issue or something, but I mean
hey.
I mean
the elephant in the room. I'll let you do your thing. I feel you.
You know, this young black man, black kid, I mean, they've greatly benefited off of him and his talent.
Absolutely.
He probably helped him out with some of his NFL money. But and it's a sad case, you know, when you know, coming from where he came from, you know, like you said, they're well off. So is, you know, if he was let's say if he was 5'8", 5'9", 130 pounds, you know, would they, you know what I'm saying? What would they have adopted him? I'm not gonna say they was looking at him, and because I don't know at what age did they adopt him.
He wasn't never adopted.
Yeah, well, yeah. So what age was he supposedly?
He was 18
in this house. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He was 18.
That says a lot.
He was 18.
You could, you can see that this motherfucker's going somewhere supposedly.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And on top of that, you know, they are definitely this documented. They are a part of the Ole Miss Boosters Club, which makes it even worse on the back end, right?
Right.
Because it's like, all right, a part of the Boosters Club, they giving this money. Ain't no telling what was being done for them in exchange for Michael Orr to agree to go there. He could have went right up the street to Phil Foreman at Tennessee. Probably been taken care of. How many motherfucking 5-star offensive linemen you know go to Ole Miss?
Right.
I'll wait.
They greatly benefited.
You fucking right they did, Rich.
Greatly benefited.
It's a dirty game, man.
Very. Very.
Dirty game.
Hopefully he gets, you know, exactly what he deserves and it all works out his way. All right, man. So to move on. You saw this Usher single that dropped today?
Yeah. Okay.
Of course it's petty. Dirty.
Yeah. It's dirty. It's dirty. It's dirt, but it's dirty. But also too, I ain't gonna say it's dirty. It's petty.
That very, very.
It's petty. As far as it being dirty, like I don't know his relationship with KeKe Palmer. Nobody does. If he had one with her prior to this, who knows? I mean, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's just like, hey, this is just the perks. He's showing, and she is showing the perks of being a celebrity,
right?
Knowing people in the industry, knowing the right people. I don't know who the hell her baby daddy is, but what I do know is that Usher is the motherfucking man out here.
Yeah.
And KeKe Palmer is, an up and coming, jewel of some sort when it comes down to our culture. So for him to go out and regardless of how he felt and blast her on social media, Usher may have felt the way he felt about it on one end and what he said while the camera was on him in interviews and shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, shit, nigga.
Yeah.
He's still a nigga.
Right. Some of that shit look rolloutish. Honestly, I don't think that Usher and KeKe Palmer have anything going on.
I mean, neither.
Just because of the women that Usher like, and we know is very well documented that Usher likes older women.
Yeah.
Do KeKe Palmer probably want to fuck Usher? Got a thing for him? I think that's probably more plausible than Usher wanting something from her. But for that nigga to feel some kind of way, he felt something. He knew something. Just like women have that intuition. That nigga saw them pictures and shit, and he went on. So he was in his feelings. Went on social media for a reason, and he probably sitting back just like a woman would and be like, "I knew it. Them motherfuckers did not have me fooled."
Maybe, probably, but it's still the wrong answer.
Yeah, it's still the wrong answer. But I mean, listen, anyone, because I know women that do the same thing. Like any woman that has accused you of messing with a woman, and then she just so happened to see anything remotely of y'all hanging out or chilling. That's the first thing she gonna say. I knew it. That motherfucker could. I knew his ass was lying.
Right.
Yeah, definitely petty.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, I shouldn't give a fuck about that. Obviously, he got the blessing from KeKe Palmer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So she don't give a fuck about it. So why the fuck should I give a fuck about it? Yeah. It is what it is, man. Hey, man. What they say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah,
and now you look dumb. And I'm talking about the baby daddy.
Yeah, and it's a dirty game.
Keep your fucking mouth shut. Handle the shit in the house, man.
Right. And that's exactly what you should have done. I saw this thing about Grant Hill and Tamia.
Okay.
They're celebrating 24 years of marriage. I do want to get why don't they never come up as like relationship goals? What have you ever heard negative about them and their relationship?
Never. And I think they stay out the media. They stay out the limelight. I think they understand they got their own formula. Now, and so with that being said, like it's obvious that what people think about and outside of their household means nothing.
Absolutely not.
It's salute to them for that.
Absolutely. That's beautiful, man. 20 because you don't hear that a lot these days. A lot. You don't hear it a lot.
That nigga stepped on. Hey, she stepped on a scene. That nigga Grant Hill said, "Let me get
that." Yes. Yes.
Let me get that
immediately.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he locked it down.
Ain't none of these industry niggas. Hey, he ain't hear my bit.
Nope.
Dead. If you say you hit it, you're lying.
You're lying. Not mine. This is
you're lying.
You're lying. Actually, you know what? How far back does her career go? Just off the top of your head, I don't know. I'm just asking.
Bro, I don't know.
Let's see how many years she's been active.
Since I've been, while you look that up.
Since 94. Okay.
Okay, since I can remember, Grant Hill has been in the picture. So
Right.
I mean, shit.
Yeah, they got married in 99.
Shit, okay.
So her career she was 5 years into her career when they got married. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they was probably dating before that, though.
Yeah,
Honestly.
for sure. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I remember seeing an interview last year before last, about how he, when he knew he was in love, because he was sitting back, he had the big boy contracts and all that shit that he was balling. He was trying to show he can do this Porsche and this, that, third, buy this house here, buy this house there, condo, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And basically she told him, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
I didn't know she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Wow. Had her
But
took care of in Duke. Of course, he gonna take her to Duke.
come on, man.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh, Grant Hill's wife? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get her ass on the table right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Yeah. That's all right. Hey, once again, shout out to them.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Shout out to them, man.
They never come up as black love or goals and none of that shit, man. That man then stuck with her through thick and thin, multiple sclerosis, all kind of illnesses and everything. That's good shit, man.
That's up.
So I saw some news about Travis King, the young soldier that crossed the DMZ.
Okay.
North Korea has, I guess, released a statement that said he's in North Korea.
Okay.
Apparently they have him, but I think he released a statement as well, saying that well, this is what it said. This is in quotations. King has a distaste for the inhumane treatment and racial discrimination in the U.S. Army. He also expressed a desire to seek asylum in North Korea or a third country, saying that he was disappointed with the inequality in American society and racism.
Wow.
So, reading this, apparently he does not want to come back to the U.S., and maybe that's because he don't want to face whatever charges or punishment for whatever crimes or whatever. But how does that go? I don't know. I know he's definitely gonna have to learn Korean, because North Korea is different.
Yeah, it's
way different. Like North Korea is kind of like straightforward. Like a lot of the things that we like far as in freedoms and TV, they don't have porn over there. Like all of that shit is banned. Like you can't even reach outside sources from the internet. But they don't have poverty either. There's no homeless.
Right.
They don't believe in homosexuality or none of that other stuff. So I mean, it's a lot, and I'm not, I'm just like some of the things that they don't, believe in. Because I know someone to hear that and be like, "Well, what's wrong with homosexuality?" But
yeah, that's not what you're saying. We're not saying that. Cut
definitely,
it out.
Definitely in North Korea, there's some of the things they don't believe in. They don't believe in poverty, extreme individualism, loneliness, depression, despair. And it's a capitalist country, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But how is the black person or black man viewed in North Korea? If you know, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know, sir. But I know however a black man is viewed, it won't be what the fuck he's gonna be viewed as. I think the guys over there in North Korea, the powers that be in North Korea are gonna look at this and they're gonna look at him. They're gonna use him as a pawn. And at the end of the day, it's like, America, what are you gonna do? Because if we put out what this young man is putting down, exposure will be at the forefront, in my opinion.
Okay, right.
Because we don't know what he's saying. We don't know what he's doing, right? We don't know what the fuck's going on, right? At this point, North Korea is just saying, "Hey, we got cuz. Yeah, we got cuz."
And he was a soldier.
And he was.
But they probably trying to figure out what he know first, which he probably don't know shit.
Come on, man. They already done all that. Like that is far. That's already happened. Mm-hmm. Now it's about the whole propaganda ordeal and what they can gain from him being there. And I think based on what was going to happen for him, and this is just me just thinking, I mean, just based on whatever charges he's going to be brought up on prior to any of this, I think North Korea is going to use this to their advantage.
Yeah.
So now the ball is in the U.S. court.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay.
If by any chance all of this is true, and his ass wants to stay over there,
okay,
should we say fuck it? Let him stay. He don't want to be here. Keep his ass.
I'll say no from a security standpoint, from a national security standpoint. I'll say no. Okay. Because while you don't know what he knows, I don't know what he knows. Nobody knows what he knows, and how it looks, and what that could potentially mean for in the future. Because if you let this shit slide, then what's to say the next person won't do it? What's to say the next, so on and so forth, right? So you're gonna have to nip this shit in the bud some way, somehow, in order to get out of whatever bullshit you got going on. Mm-hmm. All you gotta do is cross over to North Korea and shit. We good? You good? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Follow the drinking gourd to North Korea. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what we doing?
They probably shutting off all tours to the DMZ.
Come on, man. You can't get close to that motherfucker. Come on, dog.
But you would think that there was some kind of buffer anyway. I'm pretty sure once you cross over the DMZ into North Korea, there's soldiers there. Just like there should be soldiers on the South Korea side that you cannot go past. But
come on, nigga. Like this nigga didn't just walk over, bro. Like this nigga snuck over there, dog. Like, come on, bro. How he did it, I don't know. But the nigga didn't just walk up and say, "Hey,
yeah, it's me."
Yes, can I tell what's going on over there?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna stay long. Like, come on, man.
You're
right, right. No.
Yeah, like, hey, them niggas over there tripping, dog. I'm trying to come over here, like, hey, but all right. Hey, listen. His mom is all over the news. She wants him back home. She wanted to come back home. I mean, hey, more power to him. More power to him. Because if he get what he want, I don't think he's gonna like North Korea too much. But hey, neither here nor there for me or you. Whatever. I saw Illinois passed a law.
Okay.
That is, it protects children that are social media influencers, that their parents post them online. Because so a lot of these children, their parents actually running their social media accounts and they're posting them online, and they're, of course, the family's profiting off of it. But of course, the child is doing all the legwork, i.e. like when you go on YouTube and you look at it, like a lot of these kids' YouTube channels and whatever else, yes, it's them, but the parents are running these accounts.
Like Baby Grump.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Illinois has passed a law that any child under the age of 16 is entitled to a percentage of earnings based on how often they appear on content, with the money the money will go into a trust fund that they can access when they turn 18.
That's fair.
Very fair.
That's fair.
Also, the child can sue if their influencer parent does not set aside the money in a trust by the time that they turn 18.
That's fair.
Very fair.
That's fair. That's
Shout out
petty.
to
Hey, the kids doing the leg work, man. You know what I'm saying? The kids doing the leg work. Don't sit back and get fat off your motherfucking babies, man.
Absolutely. Just because you had them and gave them life.
Unless they allow it.
Right.
Unless they allow it.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, you see a lot of these YouTube channels like that. You see these kids, and this kid did not buy their own shit, whatever else. They're on this YouTube channel because their parents, allow them to, or they put it together.
Again, like Baby Gronk, man, or like the kid Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't know what the deal is with Ryan or Baby Gronk, but what I know more so about Baby Gronk, and I that shit is filthy. What his dad does to him, and you know what I mean? It's filthy.
Okay, I'm not familiar with it. Of course, my children are older, but yeah.
Hey dog, that shit is nasty.
I can only imagine. Also, Tennessee proposed a new law that will protect men against paternity fraud. So this law is requiring a DNA test before signing and validating a child's birth certificate.
Bro, that should be federal.
It should be federal.
That should be federal, bro. Protect that man.
But get this. It also says that the state's child support office is not a fan of this proposed law. Why? Because they've made so much money off of this.
Off false bullshit. Yeah, come on.
So they have went back and looked at cases to where men have been paying child support to women that they did not father this child. But as we all know, with child support, there's a percentage that the state gets or the child support office gets. And that's why, me and you've had this talk plenty of times. I had this talk with plenty of people like, hey, if y'all can work this shit out between yourself, do it that way instead of going through the state. But that's the reason, of course, the state's not a fan of this shit because they're going to lose money on it. It's sad that, we are at that point to where
the fucking business,
common sense.
It's a business, man. It's a business. Understand, child support is a business.
Yeah.
It's a fucking business.
And fellas, hey, we've talked about this before, and that's like when you're with a woman and she's pregnant and you feel like, this is your baby, your lady, she's the only one you've been with, you want to believe that this is your baby. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to ask those questions. Hey, let's go get a paternity test or this or that, because you want to believe that this woman ain't gonna do you like that. And then a lot of these motherfuckers make you feel bad if even asking that question. But history will show you many times over and over that some of these niggas have been duped into paying child support for 18 years.
Yeah.
Niggas have went to jail over not paying child support over a child that they wasn't theirs, and found out later on that this child wasn't theirs and still had to pay money because they signed a birth certificate and they were on child support. You know what I'm saying? All right. It ain't a sore subject for me, but shit is disheartening. But so Dr. Tracy St.Julian, right? She delivered a baby that was decapitated last week.
Okay, talk about
it. She works in Southern Regional Medical Center Hospital in Atlanta. So the story is that the couple asked for a cesarean section, a C-section.
Okay.
The doctor told them that she didn't need one, that she would be able to deliver the child naturally. She was in labor, they said, for 10 hours. And Nothing was happening. Then I guess the baby had started to come. The doctor was pulling.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all documented. They said, I guess she pulled so much that she fractured the baby's neck, skull, and face bones. And she broke the bones in the baby's face, skull, and neck. 3 hours later, they decided to do a C-section. Right? So they did it. They got the baby out. The baby was headless. The parents didn't see this. Parents didn't notice. She ended up pushing the head out of the vagina. Right? So they rushed the baby to the to whatever area they had. They wrapped the baby up in the towel, put it in the incubator or whatever they do, and they propped the baby up with the head basically on the body, making it look like everything was attached. Sick. So when the parents saw the baby, they just, felt, they was told that the baby had passed away during birth. They didn't know the baby was decapitated or anything. They were encouraged to have the baby burnt. Well, what's the word for them?
Cremated.
They was encouraged to have the baby cremated, which they were against. They did not even know that the baby was decapitated until the funeral home contacted them and asked them about it.
Okay.
So here we are. Doctor has been, I don't know the status of what's going on with the doctor right now, but I'm pretty sure that she was placed on some kind of administrative leave until they can figure out whatever's going on. Everybody that had something to do with this, that was in the delivery room around it, has been ordered not to say nothing. And that's basically where we stand. The sickest part to me is them wrapping this baby's body up and putting the head on or near or around the body, making it look like the baby was not decapitated. And the family, the mother and the father, looking at this baby through the glass, crying, because their baby passed away. They're thinking their baby passed away through, during childbirth, but that's not the case at all. And of course, they're suing.
I hope so. Yeah, man, this is nasty, man. This is filthy, dog. I don't know how many kids these people already have, or if this is their first or whatever. No matter what, it's a life, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a life, and it's a life that you entrusted with the hospital to, help deliver your baby, a healthy baby, and that didn't happen, and it's on their tab.
True.
To not own up to your mistakes is fucking filthy. It's fucking filthy.
Yeah.
And, this family deserves everything that's coming their way, because they're coming their way, because they're gonna fucking win. There's no way around it. There's no fine print, as far as I know, or what I can see, as to why they wouldn't be compensated. But at the end of the day, it's no dollar amount on a life, man.
No,
shame on people, dog.
Yeah. How? Like I said, that's sick for them to prop the baby up like that.
Yeah.
Basically treat it as a prop, wrap it in a towel, have the head there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you know, from what I'm reading in the reports, you know, they're talking about she's one of the top, you know, OBGYN doctors in Atlanta at that.
Yeah, all right.
But I mean, like just me thinking about this shit, my nigga. How, and yes, it's a young infant and they are fragile, but
Right.
you have got to be pulling hard as a motherfucker to this to pull a body from a head.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't the smartest man in the world, but I'm thinking about if you delivering a baby, you know, if you're pulling, you probably pulling like very, very gently to where it's almost not even a pull. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit is crazy. That shit sounds crazy. Following proper procedures, once it was determined that a shoulder dystocia diastole had
What?
a shoulder diastole. I don't. Let me look this up. I see exactly what this is. So that's what occurred, and I guess they're saying that once that was, so it is a condition that happens when one or both of the baby's shoulders get stuck in the in the vaginal canal during delivery. There are no signs and no way to prevent the condition. Causes may include having a large baby, having a small pelvis, or being in the wrong position. So basically, when the shoulders get caught, and I guess so wow. Mm. So basically, she's pulling on the head and pulled it. Oh, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, that's nasty, bro. It's filthy, bro.
Fucking crazy. So with a case like this, is jail time on the table?
Yes.
Okay. Or is it just suing? I want to know more. I want to know more. Well, you know what? I think it becomes a fucking crime, a definite crime.
It's a crime,
definite crime once they wrap this baby in props. Yes, it's a crime when they killed it, but for these motherfuckers to even go that far to know what the fuck you did and try to make it look like it wasn't what it was, that shit is nasty.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got any more? You got anything else you want to say
No,
about
it's disgusting. I don't have any more, man. It's disgusting, man. The family deserves everything and more. And the people that committed this crime, because that's what it is, hey.
Yeah, a whole crew.
Get their ass up out of get their ass on trial.
Yeah. Anybody in that delivery room. Anybody in that delivery room. All right. So last week we talked about the 80-20 rule, and we're not gonna go back into it, but I had a question on it that someone wanted me to ask on the podcast. They said, so the question was, as far as in the 80-20 rule, what if one of the biggest things that you liked in a person or in a relationship wasn't in that 80% that this person does embodies? Like they do a lot of things that you love, but it's just one big thing that you like and love that's not in there. Is that enough to move on from that relationship? But it kind of sounds like the same thing still.
It sounds like the same shit. It sounds like the definition of it, right?
Yeah.
Or am I tripping?
Yeah, but I guess it is. I was about to make a justification, but I can't.
Yeah, nah.
I can't. But but I do think with that, because we said this, so I do think with that is you're not going to find perfection in anyone.
No, you're not.
You shouldn't be looking for perfection in anyone, because you're going to be disappointed when that person when they show you a glimpse of them not being perfect.
Bro, nobody's fucking perfect. Like, right. I think it's a Bob Marley. I saw it yesterday. It's a Bob Marley quote. Asked about the perfect. He had asked about a perfect woman years ago. He said, "Why am I looking for a perfect woman? The moon's not perfect. It has craters in it. Mm-hmm. The sky's not perfect. Its days where it's cloudy. Right? Water's not perfect because you have polluted water. You have, things at the bottom of the depths of the sea that we don't know about. So why are we looking for perfection in a person? With nature around us, and I'm not trying to get all spiritual and all that shit, but just saying, if these things have imperfections, then why the fuck are we looking for perfect in a person? It doesn't make
sense. Someone once said that our imperfections make us perfect. So it's going to be something about you that's different than everybody else. And it's not going to, what I'm saying? Is like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but yeah, that's the same thing. Anyway, I sent you this video, dog, and we're not really like talking about this video in general, but I guess it can relate to it. So now, the girl was gambling or whatever, right? She put the rollie up. She bet the rollie and lost it. Right? So yeah. She went off, and then she went off on her man for not getting it back or checking the nigga that had the rollie.
Yep.
Sick thing about that in there with me is like a lot of niggas in the background telling her, damn, you need a new man. I can go buy you a rollie if you need a rollie that bad, blah, or whatever else. So, but we ain't talking about that. But anyway, do you check your partner in public? I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm going to say no, but.
Oh, I thought you had more to add to that. Do you check your partner?
I do. But under what circumstances do you check them in public when they're wrong?
You should not.
Right.
You should not. I mean, shit happens. I'm not saying I don't think there's any situation where it's okay. Mm-hmm. But you definitely should not, bro.
I agree with you. But there is so should not. But there are circumstances that I guess dictate that you probably should or do. Is that one of them? The video that we watched.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Play pussy, get fucked, man. Listen.
So basically you're saying you're gonna say something to her like, look, you lost it. Let's get the fuck on.
Yeah. I'm not saying, hey, man, it's my girl, dog. Nigga, I don't give a fuck who your girl is. What you mean? So she stepped up.
Right.
She stepped up. I'm talking to a wide group of people. Mm-hmm. I'm telling her the same thing I'm telling everybody else out here. Just like for every 100 people, 3 or 4 people stop. Your girl's one of them people.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You ain't get blindsided or nothing.
And what no blindside? You got church.
You got, yeah. You're lost. You don't know how to get
lost.
You're lost. That's it. And you got to suck it up and move the fuck on. She can get a nigga killed doing some shit like that too.
Yeah, like put her hands on a nigga like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bitch, you lost. Bitch, you should have came to me before you did this.
Yes.
And I would have told you, don't fuck with that boy. That boy, that's for a reason. That boy ain't out there because he's going.
Yeah. And Hey, these boys out here, they gamble. They know what the fuck.
Man, I remember that shit happened to me in Vegas, man. I did that stupid ass shit, bro. I'm trying to come up with shit, man. I'm thinking I'm smarter than the average bell.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that nigga whooped me so bad, dog. Nigga about 300-400. Whooped me bad. And years later, I understand the game. I understand how the game works. It was the little 3 cap, the bottle cap with the ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Watch the cap. Watch the cap. Yeah.
Yeah, whole time nigga whooped me. Whole time he whooped me.
Mm.
And what I learned is what your eye sees is the opposite side.
Mm.
So if your eye left, if your eyes tell you, your brain telling you left, it's on the right.
Mm. This is a while back. Now I was this girl I was talking to. We was out, and I forgot who this other girl was, but we was talking to her, and like she was cool. But so when we got back home, my girl went to text one of her homegirls about this girl. Talk cash shit about it to this other girl, not knowing that her homegirl is best friends with the girl she talking cash shit about.
Okay.
So next time we saw this girl, the girl pressed her, walked up to her and said something to her about it. So this woman on woman shit, but I'm like, oh shit, all right, hold on. Let me see what the fuck going on. But then when the girl started explaining and talking to her, because I didn't know my girl had went and texted this other girl and told her shit. So when I started listening to it, I'm like, she was like, yeah, you told such and such that I blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking like, damn. Yeah, my baby wrong, but of course I'm not going, I'm not going to like, look, baby, you was wrong. I'm like, hey, look, y'all need to calm this shit down. I'm like, talk to the other girl, like, look, we good, like, calm this shit down. You don't walk up on her like that, blah, blah, blah. But the whole time I'm like, damn, boy, my baby wrong as fuck for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
One of them cases, I'm just like, I'm defending my baby. I'm like, look, she wrong as fuck.
Ain't no way around it.
Huh? Nah. Nope. And she mad at the other girl for saying so. I'm like, well, you can't be mad. Like you talking shit to this girl's best friend. Of course she gonna say
that motherfucker. What you thought?
Yeah. The fuck. But that's what she's supposed to do. You would expect or hope your best friends to say, hey, look, don't trust that bitch over there. She was talking shit about you. She said, nah. Like that's what you want. That's what you want. That's what your best friend's supposed to do.
Thanks.
But yeah. So yeah, and short, yeah, I think it's I don't think public is the right place, but I think sometimes you might have to put them, you know what I'm saying? Especially like how she started hitting her boyfriend, calling him a bitch ass nigga, telling him that like yeah, I might have grabbed her by the shoulders and like, hey, look, you better calm the fuck down.
See, you do some shit. That's what I'm saying. You do some shit like that to me, I'm gonna rub that shit in your face.
You're lost.
Motherfucker, you lost. Keep your dog ass on the porch.
Yeah, you're lost. And that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're lost. I had a quote. And so I had up here, so let me read this to you. It says, fellas, do not get married for love. That should be the bare minimum. 4 things you should look to make sure first. Number 1, is she coachable? Number 2, how she handles hurt, pain, and anger. Number 3, would she make a good mother? Number 4, does she make your life easier?
Mm-hmm.
So,
go ahead.
No, so I mean, Are we making love? Should love be the bare minimum to that? Well, no. Should love be the bare minimum? Are these 4 things more important?
Yes.
I think so. Absolutely.
Yes, they are. These are those 4 things have everything to do with the marathon as opposed to the sprint.
Okay.
You can love a motherfucker, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's motherfuckers out here that I love, man. But that don't mean I fuck with them. That don't mean that they good for me. That don't mean they right for me.
True.
All it means is that I love them, that they have a special place in my heart. That's all it means. Doesn't mean that they're the right person for me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'm not gonna say anything else about that.
So when you hear coachable, what comes to your mind?
When I hear coachable, it's like at the end of the day, there's certain things that a man can do, or a man can teach, or a man can show, or a man can guide, or a man can direct a woman to do, and vice versa. Let's be clear on it. So are you able to accept that fact? Live in that fact. Embrace that fact. That's what that means to me. Coachable.
I agree with it. Out of those 4, how she handles hurt, pain, and anger is definitely big for me.
Okay.
And we talked about that a couple podcasts ago, far as in just how the woman moves, I guess, when things aren't going her way, or expressing herself or her feelings. Because we know how the mouth gets when, you know what I'm saying? So that's the anger part. But I think all of those are big.
I think they all are huge.
Yes. Definitely, does she make your life easier? So I think that's something that we're supposed to do for each other. You're looking for yeah, definitely. Yeah. I say this shit all day. I tell, listen, I got enough problems. Don't become another one. Don't become another one of them. I got enough problems in my life. Shit. Please, no.
I think the coachable one is major, man. I think at the end of the day, like, you come into a relationship, man, and a part of being a relationship is having the ability to be a teacher and a student, bro.
Absolutely, yeah. But you know, I think that plays a part with us too.
Yeah, people.
Because you know what? How do you feel about being with a woman or having a woman in your life that you can learn from as well?
I need it.
I need it too. Big.
Yeah, I need it. If I can't learn shit from you, I don't want you.
Yeah. No ifs, ands, or buts. No disagreements. No disagreements from me. I'm gonna play this clip real quick, and then after this, we can get to these truths, and then get up out of here. Here we go.
As I have seen successful relationships, I have determined that like is way more important than love. You know what I mean? It's wonderful when you love somebody. When you actually like that person, there's certain things you're just not going to do. You know, you have so much respect for him, or whatever the case is. Like is really, really important. Friendship in a relationship is extremely important.
Absolutely. Love is infatuation a lot of times.
Exactly. Like is what carries you through the years. Yes. You know what I mean? Love does this, you know, it undulates and shit like that, you know? And so that for me is what I am essentially looking for, is not just the love, not just the infatuation. That's cool.
I like it.
but I want you to be my homie, my ride or fucking die. You know what I'm saying? Like.
That was Melissa Ford. For those that don't know, off of the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So what are your thoughts?
What stuck out to me the most, man, is bro, you have, and me personally, you have to be my dog.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to be my motherfucking dog, bro. If you are not my dog and it's strictly like routine girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife shit, I don't want it. That does not work well for me. It does not. I'm going to lose interest.
Okay.
And, it's about having a friend, man. You know what I mean? I gotta fucking like you, dog. I gotta fucking like you. And I like my friends. I like being around my friends. I like hanging with my friends. I mean, that's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is, bro. That's what sticks out to me, though.
So at one point throughout this relationship,
okay,
should the love surpass the like?
No, because with the like comes love.
Yeah.
If you genuinely like a person, at some point you're going to grow love for them. I think it's impossible not to, man.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's impossible not to.
But I think she said the like is more important.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can't love someone without you. I mean, what I'm saying is loving someone. The question that you asked me, I feel like is more important because with liking someone, love will come after that. It will in some form.
Yeah, but you're still gonna like. You're gonna like and love them, right?
As long as you like them, yeah. But you don't. But if you love someone, doesn't mean you fucking like them.
Right.
So the like is more important.
Right. But that's why I was asking. So I mean, because you have that, like, the like is here. Now you love the person, and the love grows. Your love is gonna grow stronger and stronger and stronger. Is there a point? Is there a point in time where you think that the love will get stronger or should get stronger than the like?
No.
Okay. I don't know.
No. But I don't think that at the end of the day, for me personally, right? Like, bro, like, you can love a million motherfuckers, man. You can. I mean, obviously, we're talking about a relationship from a relationship standpoint, but you know me, you know how my mind works. I'm thinking full spectrum. You can love a motherfucker, man, but that doesn't mean you like them. Right. And if you like them, if I don't like you, if I love you, that doesn't mean I want to be around you. That doesn't mean I want to spend time with you. That doesn't mean that I want to grow with you. That doesn't mean I want to hear what you have to say. If I just love you, it just means that I love you. You have a special place. But if I like you, I want to learn from you. I want to be around you. I want to see what's happening with you. I want you to see what's happening with me. I want you involved in what I have going on in my life because I like you enough for that.
Okay.
Just because I love you don't mean I don't. It doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
Right? And that's just in any type of relationship. How many people love their parents, but their parents weren't there for them? That don't mean they fuck with them. That just mean they love them, dog.
True.
You understand what I'm
saying? Yeah. Absolutely.
It don't mean I fuck with you. It don't mean that I want you around my babies. It don't mean that I want you around me. I love you. You my mama. You my dad. I don't like you. I don't fuck with you. I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I do. I like that. I like that bit, from what she said. And honestly, it's nothing that I never really thought about until I listened to it and heard her saying it. Because the like is there first, and the like is gonna always be there, because you don't start off loving someone.
No, you don't.
Your love is predicated off of your like.
Yeah, that love at first sight, some bullshit. It's just infatuation.
Absolutely. And I think that's what they said, the infatuation. But I do think one thing they said, I do think you're like roller coasters as well.
Very possible. It can grow,
Mm-hmm.
it can multiply or it can subtract based on time spent,
Right.
or little nuances that you pick up on.
Right. But it is the first thing you feel.
No.
For the person. The like, it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the like is, yeah.
Yeah.
The like. So.
Yeah. All right, dog. Let's I be trying to have people send me questions and shit to ask. And we need to get back to wife playmate this too. We gonna find some. We got some. I think we got plenty of candidates we can work with out there. That we ain't got to keep recycling the same women. But can you teach someone to be a leader and not a follower?
No.
I don't think so either.
Nope. I feel like people are born leaders.
Right.
Or, I feel like that, but at the same time, like it's something that's picked up. You can't teach me how to necessarily be a leader. Like you could teach me the traits of a leader. But whether or not I gravitate to it is right. A completely different thing.
Right. Now I do think in some way, shape, or form, we are all followers in some way, shape, or form. But as far as in being a leader, I mean, that's just like telling your child, hey, if such and such jump off a bridge, or you're gonna jump off a bridge, or don't do it. I mean, they're a child. They're not gonna. I mean, it's not gonna resonate with them like it would an adult. But in some sense, you're still not gonna have. It's just like you said. I think it just comes to whoever naturally, because you can have someone that's a leader in this area, but in this area, which ain't a strong area, a strong suit for this person, they might not be a leader.
Agree.
So yeah. No. Yeah, I don't think as well. I don't think you can teach anyone to be a leader. Hell, some of our damn supposed to be leaders in the military ain't true leaders. They just in a position, but whatever. That's another story for another day.
I just a fucking military.
I love you versus love you. Is it a difference?
Not to me. Not to me. The I doesn't, if it's coming out my mouth, obviously, and I'm just thinking, logic. If it comes out my mouth, that means it's coming from me to you. I don't like I love you, that one fucking word, like that who the fuck, or that letter, however you want to say it. Like it doesn't mean anything to me. Right. Or if I say it, if it's not an I in front of it, that shit means nothing to me.
Okay. I just looked it up real quick. So saying I love you as opposed to love you shows a degree of ownership over your emotions for that person and implies that you not only care for them romantically or platonically, whether it's friends or family, but that you trust and respect them too. This is this is from a doctor of psychology. What the fuck is his name? Oh, Jessica January.
All right. So if you're walking out the house and before you see your old lady and you say love you and you walk away, it means something different, or does it hold the same weight as you saying, oh, I love you, and walking out of the house? There's a difference in that?
I don't think so.
The fuck out of here,
I
man.
don't. So hold on, let's see. So I love you is more serious. Love you is more casual. If you was to say, I love you, Alex, that takes, I've been feeling this way for a while now and decided I just had to tell you. Let me go to love you.
So that sounds like the first encounter with the word or with the phrase I love you or love. That's what that sounds like. Early encounters with
Right.
that with love.
So I kind of get what they're saying. I don't know, but love, but it's all depiction or determination of who you are and how you feel about it. As love you being more casual. You seriously saved my life, helping me out with that assignment the other night. Love you, or you could say, love you, man. You're the best.
No, so that's what I got a problem with. Use this same scenario when it comes down to, hey, love you, you help me with that assignment. I love you, you help me with that assignment. What's the fucking difference? What you just said are two different scenarios, and I'm not getting on you. But
so the I shows a degree of ownership.
But
emotions, whatever.
But find what you just said is two different scenarios. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's two different scenarios. The same scenario. I love you, man. You helped me out with my assignment. Love you, man. You helped me out with my assignment. What's the fucking difference?
Let's see. I'm not the psychology doctor.
I know you're not. But
I know what you're saying.
like I'm not gonna let the internet fool me. Those are two completely different fucking scenarios. Let's use the same scenario. You're talking about the difference between I love you and love you. You can't try to talk about the difference between the two in two different fucking scenarios. What sense does that make? Fuck out of here, man. And no Unapologetic Nation, I'm not shooting. I'm not going at my dog. I'm just saying.
Another they have versus like, what is this? Whatever. Let's move on. I heard this clip today. I'm not going to play this clip, but basically, in this clip, they said as a parent, the biggest role we really play in our kids' life is where they live.
The biggest role?
Yeah.
It's not true.
Because so what was said is their surroundings and their environment dictates a lot.
To a certain degree. It does dictate a lot, but I don't think that's the deciding factor, because and here's why. At the end of the day, how many like what does society tell us? Society tells us that growing up, us as Black people, by the numbers, we are in less fortunate or in impoverished neighborhoods, right? That doesn't fucking mean that you have to have, or you're going to grow up, you have to teach, or you have to, you have to teach your kid to have an impoverished or lower impoverished mind. It doesn't mean that, right? It doesn't mean that at all. The bottom line, I use a prime example and shout out to one of my very, very best friends who I love to death. Justin Phillips down in North Carolina, right? Like this guy is wasn't given anything, right? Wasn't given anything. Has lived in very, very rough parts of the city where he comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, here it is. This guy's getting ready to get his doctorate degree. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't take no for an answer. He's been up, he's been down, he's been around. The world has thrown him all type of curveballs. You know what I mean? But yet he's still triumphant. He's still up, right? And he's just one person, right? But guess what? I know where this guy comes from. If you talk to this man today, you would have no idea. Did it have an impact on where he lived for the good or the bad? I mean, I can see it. Maybe I guess it just all depends on what comes after that. Because you could show your children, hey, if we're forced to live in this place, then this is the reason or why you should want more for yourself so that you don't have to raise the next generation like this.
Right. And so I would ask too, would he kind of be an anomaly too?
Is he an anomaly?
Yeah, would he kind of be an anomaly? So because he's not the only.
No, he's not the only.
But out of the friend group, or let's say 10, 20 of the same people in the area that he grew up with, how many made it to the level that he has?
Okay, that's true. That's true. That's true. But ultimately,
and even ask yourself, like how, like, so if you may have not gotten away from home, would you be living a better life than you are now, or not?
If I wouldn't have got away from,
so let's say you left home and went to college, or you left home and went to the army, whichever one. Like, let's say none of those happened. And you stayed in the same neighborhood. And because you got, niggas that's still on the corner right now doing the same things they was doing when you was in high school, just like I do. Like, so, if you was just to, off the top of your head, think about your trajectory, had you not did any of those, what do you think?
I think that ultimately like I saw shit, I did shit, but ultimately I have to give glory not only to God but my parents, bro.
Right.
My Absolutely. Parents, bro, and what they instilled in me, dog. Like understand, like you know what? I give you a prime example. And you know what? For whatever reason, she told me that I didn't shout her out before, but shout out to Elisha again. And I know I did. I know I shouted her out a couple of times, bro. But she said I didn't, and whatever. But we had a conversation one time, and she was talking. She said, "You know what?" And I'll give a little bit of her backstory. She's from Bridgeport, Connecticut, right? Okay. She's from Bridgeport, Connecticut, and she went from Bridgeport. She went to school down in South Carolina State, right? Right. So she went from the north, came down to the south, and adapted to what the South has to offer, or whatever. And she tells me about how Bridgeport is, and I did my homework. And Bridgeport is a rough place, right? But what she told me is that she felt as though that she was too ghetto for me.
Okay. Okay.
Based on how I am.
Okay.
And I'm explaining this to her, baby girl. I used to share a room with the roaches and the rats in real life. In real life. Don't get who I am today. Don't get that fucked up.
Right.
I want more for myself, so I got more for myself. Don't get fucked up. My partners know.
Yeah.
The people that know me know. I'm not saying that I fucking, I'm not saying that it was all bad, because it was not all bad. Don't give a fuck. I'm not saying that. Because my parents and my pa, and my village did a great job. Yeah. But don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
But I give all of that. I not only do I give, I wanted more. So you said where I live, I wanted more. I was around a group of people when it came down to, middle school and high school and things like that, like I was around a group of people that we all wanted more, but we all was in the same spot.
Yeah.
My mama held the guy I was talking about. My mama held Justin accountable. My mama held my dog Reggie accountable.
Mm-hmm.
They mamas held me accountable.
Mm-hmm.
They family held me accountable. Don't think it wasn't shit going on around us. The community held us accountable.
Yeah.
In the midst of being in a fucked up place.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I can't agree with that.
Now, so I also think, like you said, that the teachings from your parents, but also my mother was in the military, so I moved around and saw a lot of different things, a lot of different cultures. So, but along with the teachings, and you probably say the same thing too, because you lived in North Carolina, you lived in Virginia, you lived in Maryland, so it's different things that you saw. But along with that, whatever she taught me and showed me right from wrong, or you need to do this, you need to do that, this is what you need to be looking for as far as in, trying to be better or successful or wanting more, as you said, regardless of the environment, whether I was staying in North Carolina or I was staying in Alabama or I was staying in Virginia, I still was looking for the street niggas. That's what I felt most comfortable with and who I hung out with.
Okay, and that's okay. Me too.
You know what I'm saying? So I do think, it plays a part, but it also comes down bigger part mentality too.
Yeah. No, like at the end of the day, Reggie, you've known me for a very long time, right? Mm-hmm. You've known me for a very long time. And one thing, and I say that you teach me, you taught me a lot of things, I pick up on a lot of things from you. But when you first met me, and when we first met, and we would go out or whatever, you asked me if I want to do this, I want to do that with certain places, you'd be like, oh no, I'm cool. Mm-hmm. Because you had grown above it. Not that you were afraid, but you had grown above it.
Yeah.
And for me, when you met me, I was like, shit, nigga, I want to be in a hole in the wall. Shit, I ain't have if a nigga don't get his ass cut off when he ain't, shooting his bitch up, nigga, it ain't no good time. Yeah. That's the mentality that I had, right? Because that's what I gravitated to. I'm a little different now, mm-hmm. but the point I'm making is that, like, at the end of the day, bro, like, it's a choice.
Right.
It's a choice. You don't have to be a product of your environment. You don't have to be.
You don't have to. And the sad thing is, too many fall into that trap to where they become a product of the environment. Yeah. And I do think for some of them, I think it's a part of comfortability. Because a lot of motherfuckers, people in general, personally, that probably couldn't make it.
Man, what
if they moved away from home?
Man, my cousin, my young cousin, if he could just get up out of Shouters out there, if he could just get up out of there, bro, if he could just get up out of North Carolina, dog, mm-hmm. he would take the fuck off. Mm-hmm. Different stipulations, different circumstances, still got him in the state, dog. Mm-hmm. Here's what it is. And he's not, he just won. So yes, you're right.
But and it's the comfortability that's keeping him there. Where, you know what I'm saying, right?
Amongst other things.
Yeah, amongst other things. But yeah, I mean even when, I go back home, I look, I'm like, I have brothers. I have a brother that's cannot get up from under my mom, his mom and my father.
Okay.
Has job opportunities outside of Atlanta. But when he take a job opportunity, he goes somewhere to work, making $30, $35 an hour. Mm-hmm. And they can always find that he never finished the job. He, if it's like a 3-4 week job, he'll never finish staying those 3 or 4 weeks because his ass is missing being in Atlanta, missing being up in, around family, which is nothing wrong with that. But at some point in time, I think, as a grown ass man or whatever else, living and taking care of yourself should become, priority number one. And however you're going to do that,
Man, you're right. You don't think I miss Durham, dog? You don't think I miss that shit? I miss that shit, bro. You don't think I want to be so connected to my hood, bro? I miss it so to the point where sometimes at the end of the day, I'll be honest, I go back and forth, and I feel like, while I can go home and I'm good, I can go anywhere where I'm from. I can go anywhere. Mm-hmm. But at night when I sit up in here, and I ain't in no mansion, but I'm good.
Right.
This motherfucker is super straight.
Right.
I live in some super nice cribs.
Mm-hmm.
Saying sometimes I sit back at night and I think to myself, bro, I left my hood, dog, and it does not feel good.
Right.
It does not feel good. Or I left North Carolina, or my partners, or I want a better life for myself, and now I have something different when it comes down to my children. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so they take priority over everything. Yeah, they do. But I'd be lying to you if I said, bro, I don't feel like sometimes, like, damn, bro, I really left. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of touch with who I am. I'm really from, a rough, tough, country ass, southern ass town in North Carolina where motherfuckers don't play and they getting it out the mud. Mm-hmm. And not doing the things that I'm doing.
And then you listen to, like, when you go back home, you listen to the stories, or you're in the group chat, or FaceTime call, you listen to, yeah, man, we was that. You used to start missing that shit. You're like, damn. But then, it's a risk and a reward, man, because like you said, you look around you and look what you got, what you've done, where you've been. A lot of my friends I grew up with that I miss from home, and niggas ain't never been. Half of them niggas ain't been out the state of North Carolina.
Yeah.
Let alone, shit. I want to say I would say North Carolina, because the majority of them motherfuckers done been to Charlotte and Durham and all these other places. But half of the motherfuckers ain't been out of the state. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you on motherfucking yachts in Europe, you know what I'm saying? And in the Caribbeans and shit. So I mean, risk and reward, man. I mean, but I do, and you know what? And I do think those experiences, mold you further along too.
Absolutely. No.
Once you start looking at experiencing them other different cultures and shit too. And it don't even gotta be foreign cultures. Once you leave North Carolina and go to Virginia and see how they move and do shit differently in Virginia and Maryland, Tennessee or wherever, you know what I'm saying? That's different cultures too, and it teach you other shit. I mean, a lot of niggas don't know how to move around niggas outside of their own neighborhood, let alone a state, or north and south and east and west. But whatever, man. We'll beat it in the ground. We keep talking about it.
Real quick before we close out, I saw on a podcast the other day that some chick that was not from the state, she said that North Carolina was not the South. And the first thing she threw up was Charlotte.
Is it below the Mason-Dixon line?
Yeah, but she of course, but so is Maryland.
Right, yeah,
But what I'm saying, she said it's not the South based on the people that's there, based on the culture. She said it wasn't the South. Not based on where it was geographically, but based on culture, it's not the South.
They must well say that about Atlanta.
Granted, okay. What the fuck are we talking about?
Houston is going to be the same very soon, if not.
Right? Is it a melting pot? Yes. Is it a gateway to the deep South? Yes. But at the end of the day, you and I are both from the same state. You sound completely different than what I sound, and that's okay. But we both know what the fuck is going on. I know what's going on where you from.
Yeah.
And you know what's going on where the fuck I'm from. And in all actuality, if you want to be honest with you, if you want me to be honest, where you from is way more country than where I'm
Yeah. My first, I don't know how many other years I was there, you know what I'm saying? But fortunately, my mom decided she needed bigger and better and moved. And
right.
So and you become, like we said, not a product of your environment, but but yeah, man. Look, North Carolina is definitely the South.
Country is a motherfucker. Well, shit. Well, come down to Durham and think you're gonna see some skyscrapers and some guys. Come down to Durham and think you're gonna see some motherfucking Broadway shows. Then I got something for you. Nope. I'm gonna take you to Bragtown. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, go to East Carolina. You won't see none of that shit. You can see the hole in the walls. You can see all. Listen,
you gonna still see tobacco fields. You go still see tobacco and cotton fields if you go to East Carolina.
You fucking right. Yes, tobacco fields, cotton fields, all that shit. You gonna see motherfuckers picking cotton, probably.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around out there.
You gonna see plenty of fields. Like you go in a city, you ain't gonna see no empty fields where it's just acres and acres. They ain't all that shit. That's barns.
That's the point. That's the point that I'm making. At the end of the day, because I've been asked that. Well, y'all both from North Carolina. Well, why you sound the way you sound and Reggie sound the way he sound? And I break it down so many times. Like, don't get it fucked up. My dog he been around. Like at the end of the day, he been around. It is what it is, bro. He don't just because he don't sound like me. Again, when I explain that part to him, like at the end of the day, if you take where I'm from and you take where you're from, at the end of the day, they're gonna look at me and say, in North Carolina, and say, "Oh, Dre the city, nigga."
Yeah. You're right. You absolutely right.
They're gonna say, "Oh, Dre the city." She was thinking like, "Oh, Reggie from blah blah blah." No, it's the direct opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the fucking city. Reggie ain't.
Yeah, a way bigger city. I might be from a town, nigga. You talking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I know my mother definitely from a town. That shit had one stoplight in it when I was growing up. Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Yeah. Listen, North Carolina is definitely the South.
Yeah, that bitch was talking crazy.
Definitely the South. And we're not gonna discredit. You know what? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that logic just don't make sense. That logic don't make, because of Charlotte, that logic don't make sense. But I think outside of Charlotte, Atlanta, is Florida the South? Yes.
Yeah. But if you go down to Miami, dog, like what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, you're gonna see so many different
like major cities in America, bro. Like they're gonna be so integrated, bro. Like it is what it is, dog.
Right.
It is what it is. Cause when you hear motherfuckers up here talking about this shit, I know motherfuckers up here, you know what they say? Man, I'm about to move to Houston. So many of them say I'm about to move to Houston.
Yeah, that's the spot right now. Everybody's trying to go to Houston.
It's hot right now.
A couple years ago, well, decade or and a half ago, it was Atlanta. Everybody's moving to Atlanta.
Right. Motherfuckers saying, hey, man, Charlotte is booming. I'm gonna move to Charlotte.
Yeah. Charlotte about to be the next.
Come on, dog. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean,
what are we talking about?
and why? Because the cost of living is so much cheaper.
Facts.
Cost of living is so much cheaper. You know what? Before we go, I'm glad we said that. All right, definitely. Before we go, I'm gonna say this one thing real quick. You just reminded me of something. Well, we just reminded me of something when we said that. I saw this list of, it broke down how much you have to earn to be considered to be in the top 1% in your state. So just give me a state. You want to say North Carolina first?
Let's go North Carolina.
So you have to earn $560,000 yearly to be considered the top 1% in North Carolina financially.
How much?
560,000. So a little over $500,000
to be Considered a top 1%.
Top 1% financially.
So you got to make, and that's household?
I don't know if they didn't say if it's household or just as a person.
Well, we're gonna go with household because
right.
making that in North Carolina is very, very slim.
Yeah. So I'll give you the number one. Number one was Connecticut, 953,000. Where does
$1 million?
Yeah, New York is 777,000.
Wow. What is it? What is it in DC?
DC. Do they even have DC in here? I don't see DC. So I'll give you Maryland and Virginia.
Yeah, you're in Maryland.
Maryland is 633.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia is 644. The bottom state is West Virginia, 368.
Yeah, it's motherfuckers that work where I work, bro. They live in West Virginia.
Yeah. I just thought this, I was like, damn, Hawaii is 495.
Connecticut.
Connecticut number one. But you know what? The majority of them motherfuckers in Connecticut probably work in New York. I.e., just like Delaware. I mean,
Right.
it's a commute. New Jersey would be the same. Let me see where Jersey fall at on this. Jersey was 817, so they were higher than New York. California is 844. California is number 3 under Connecticut and Massachusetts. Yeah. But yeah, I you said that and that just made me think about that. But all right, let's go ahead and get up out of here, dog. Get up out of here.
Yeah, man. Well, man, as always, man, shout out to the home team, man. Shout out to you, Big Dog, for keeping this thing afloat. Shout out to my babies, man. I've had an incredible summer, man. It is coming to an end, so I am saddened by that. But we've grown closer, and I've been able to teach them different things. So I'm grateful for that. And as always, man, mental health is real. Myself and Reggie, we may not be subject matter experts when it comes to the matter, but I can assure you, before you harm yourself or you harm others, please log in or tap into the Unapologetic Pod on IG and or Facebook, or our individual IGs and Facebooks, and I can assure you that we will get you the help that you need. Other than that, Big Dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it. I definitely, as I always say, I appreciate you too for not just doing this shit, but being a nigga that you are, and how you're in my life, all that shit, dog. I greatly appreciate it. There cannot be another. You my nigga. I can't feel that. Can't feel that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I like to thank everybody and just appreciate everybody that's in my life to help me out. You included, man. I mean, it's a lot that I learned from you as well. In our talks, it was funny that when we talked earlier, you was like, man, I felt like we ain't talked in a while, and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, let me check up on Dre, and I was thinking that earlier when I was sitting down. I was like, I'm gonna see what Dre got going on, because I ain't still at work or not. So I was like, I'm gonna hit him up later on. But but when you hit me up, you was like, I feel like I ain't talked to you in a while. I was like, damn, I was thinking the same thing. But yeah, man. Shout out to my babies, Passion, Shania, Luna, Luca. I gotta include TJ now because he's ingratiated himself into my small family. He texts me, called me. He's like, hey, I never had a father figure growing up or a man in my life. So, do you mind, if I call you and ask you, ask you questions, or, just pick your brain and, things that, I might, need to know, or questions I have. I'm like, I don't have a problem with that. You are with my daughter. So
that's major, bro.
It is. And I definitely see the difference between him and the other two guys that, you know, she had in her life, you know, that involved, far as in, you know, how he conduct himself, the things he do, you know, and how he is with her. He is a little pushover-ish, I think, to, you know, as far as into her, you know, but I mean, it is what it is, you know. The other two guys, they were more kind of, I'm not gonna say assertive or aggressive, but I don't know, they were more, I guess, I'll find a word later on, but you know, I think they were more influencers. A lot of things she did, you know, I think it was based off of them and how they felt, and they were manipulative. They were manipulative. I'll use that.
Okay.
They were manipulative. You know what I'm saying? You know, but and I do think she probably have learned from that too. So that's probably why she's more the way she is with him and who he is now. You know, I'm not gonna say he's a pushover. I hate to say that, but you know, he lets her have her way. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But shout out to TJ and the rest of my family and everybody else that continues to listen to us and tune in. We appreciate it. Thank y'all. It means a lot. As always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Y'all know what it is. Dre, Reg, we out of here. We will catch y'all next week.
Take it easy.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.